Hi, welcome to MindUP Booster Lesson B. I'm Joni and I'm a trainer for the Beach Cities Health District. I'm really happy to be here today to be teaching you all about mindful listening. But before we get started, let's make sure we have everything we need. So really you just need two things. This mindful listening worksheet. At the top you'll see mindful listening and a little chart that we'll be going over later, and something to write or draw with. Now if you need to, you can pause this video and I'll be right here and you can come back and just hit play. So now that you have all of your materials, the next thing we should do is talk about this word mindful or mindfulness and remind ourselves of what that means. So mindfulness is just paying attention on purpose in the present moment. And today we'll be talking specifically about mindful listening. So paying really close attention to the sounds that we hear around us. And we'll play a little game towards the end of the lesson too. But you might be wondering, why is mindful listening so important? How can it help us? Well, that's what these labels are for right here. So first, mindful listening can definitely help us with following directions. The more we pay attention to the words that we're hearing, and we let them sink in, and we're letting go of other distractions, the more likely we are to hear those directions and therefore be able to follow them. It can also help improve our focus. So we can practice getting used to paying attention to a sound while ignoring other distractions around us. And it also helps develop our memory. So again, the more we practice this mindful listening and tuning in to just one thing, maybe that's directions from your teacher, maybe you're watching a video on how to learn to play the guitar or learn a new skill, right? That all helps start to develop your memory. And then finally, mindful listening can definitely help keep us safe. So think about when you're outside, any sounds that you hear that might be an alert, whether it's an alarm or maybe just simply crossing the street, being aware of those sounds. So those are all the reasons that mindful listening can definitely help us out during our day. And the game I mentioned we'll get to in just a moment, but before we do that, let's take some time to breathe and come into the present moment. Practice some mindful breathing. And we'll do that with a breath called cooling out breath, where we focus on the exhale. Okay, so we'll still be inhaling, of course, but we're really focusing on that exhale. And I'll guide you with counting. So just find a comfortable seat. You can sit crisscross or on your knees, or maybe you're in a chair. And bring your hands right on your knees, around the tops of your thighs. If it feels okay, you can close your eyes or you can simply gaze down. So choose what works best for you. And then let's just take a normal breath in, no counting, and breath out. Beautiful. Now we'll begin and I'll count in for 4 and we'll release the exhale for 4. So you can follow with me. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Then exhale, let your breath out for 4, slowly 3, 2, and 1. Great work. We're going to slow down the inhale and really slow the exhale. So inhale, 1, 2, hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take 3 more breaths on your own at whatever pace feels good. Really focusing on lengthening the exhale. Finish up your last breath. And then you can blink your eyes open or simply look up. Nice work. And the reason that we are talking about lengthening that exhale is because that's what actually signals our brain to calm ourselves down, to calm our bodies, and it sends a signal to our nervous system as well. So now that we're calm, now that we're ready, it's time for the game. So I have an app on my phone. It is called Noisio, and it plays lots of different sounds. So that's where we need our worksheet, because the sounds it's about to play and you're about to guess are listed here. So grab your worksheet and I'll put it up close so you can see, and you can see the different sounds that are listed here. I've picked out a few. There's a lot of different sounds on this app. So put your finger on birds in the park. It's that first one. That will be our first sound. And I'm actually not going to let you listen to them to make this a little bit more fun. We'll do 2 rounds. So birds in the park is the first sound. The next one is campfire, followed by magical chimes, river stream, sea waves, and thunderstorm. So all 6 of those sounds you will hear today. The first round you won't hear all 6. I'll just play 3, and the next round I'll play 4 or 5. So have your worksheet near you, and when I play one of the sounds, you'll simply put a little check next to the sound. When you hear the next sound, which I'll prompt you, you'll put another check. And that will be the end of round 1, and then we'll review, and then we'll do it again. So here we go. Let me get my phone ready. Listen carefully. Let me check the speaker. We're good. All right. Here we go. Get your body ready. There's sound number 1. You can put a check on what you think that might have been. Get ready for sound number 2. That was 2. And sound number 3. Right, let's do a quick review. So take a look at your worksheet. The first sound in round 1 was birds in a park. So if you had a check mark next to that, great mindful listening. The next one we heard was campfire. So you could hear the crackling if you were had those listening ears on. And then finally, which hopefully you recognize this sound, is sea waves, the sound of the ocean. Now, it could have been a little bit confused with river stream because you haven't heard that one yet. So, those 3, birds in a park, campfire, and sea waves. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in because we've got another round and I'm going to play a lot more, and some you might hear for the second time. So listen carefully. But first, let's take that deep breath in and let it go. All right, here we go. Sound number 1. Here comes sound number 2. Here comes sound 3. And here is sound 4. And let's pause there. Okay, so let's go over all 4 of those sounds. Your first sound was, I think it gave it away right towards the end with the big bang. It was thunderstorm. Sound number 2, reminds me of a windy day, was the magical chimes. Sound number 3 was, you heard this one in the first round, it's actually sea waves. And I tried to confuse you a little bit with that because the next one was also water, but it was river stream. That was sound 4. So I really love this app because there are plenty of sounds. It's a fun game to play with anyone at home right now, any of your friends. You can even play it through video. And yeah, the name of the app is called Noisio. So if you'd like to try it out, you can download the app and play around with some mindful listening games of your own. You can place your worksheet off to the side. And I just want to thank you for practicing mindful listening with me today, and to remember that you don't even need the app to practice mindful listening. It definitely makes it a fun game, but you can simply sit anywhere, whether that's inside your bedroom or a special place in your house, or maybe it's outside. Sit, close your eyes, just start to notice the sounds that you hear around you. You might be surprised at what happens when you find some stillness and close your eyes. So have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again soon.